Hi and welcome back, innovators. I'm Hedi. I'm your innovation trainer and founder of innovationgym.consulting. And in today's video, I'm going to prepare you with a questionnaire for your user interviews. Very easy, in 4 steps to deep insights and true experience from your user point of view. What is it based off of? Well, when I started my own user interviews and later consulting over the last 11 years already, well, I've believed strongly back in the days that quality interviews come from quantity questions. But let me tell you this, I failed so many times with like all these long lists of questions. And then I tried out lots of strategies to come up with the best and most qualitative results. And this now is my personal strategy that is super easy and very, very simple. Yet it really has all that it needs to, that you can empathize with your user and go deep and have multiple inspirations for innovations. So in this session, you learn my 4-step strategy and the 4 most important principle as well when it comes to creating and executing on a questionnaire for user interviews. So let's begin. Wait, before we do, please subscribe to my channel and hit the bell to get notified each time I post a video, which is weekly. Okay, now, first of all, the principles. What are the most important principles when you conduct user interviews? What are yours? Let me know in the comment section below. Mine are, first of all, go where the magic happens. Go out of your comfort zone and enter theirs. Listen deeply and don't try to validate what you already know, because not really much comes of it. Meaning you need to drop your biases, you need to drop your assumptions and your judgments. Second, ask open questions, because open questions gives you way more opportunity to explore. Also ask why at least 3 times. So what is the motivation behind each answer, and ask them to be specific. I always do this little exercise before I go into interview and it works. Imagine you're an alien, like you have no clue whatsoever what they're talking about, what kind of life they live, what kind of problems they have, and really try to understand it from an alien point of view and ask why and what do you mean exactly. Because lots of times we just assume we know, but actually we have a totally different picture in our minds. For example, I was just recently conducting interviews because I wanted to amp up my game of being an online instructor, and I asked people, what was your best online course experience? And someone said, well, the best online course experience was when I actually felt really, really close to the instructor. And in my head, there was immediately like, wow, they had like one-on-one conversations, they had mail exchange, maybe even one-on-one coachings. But what she actually meant was that the videos were so personal and so well shot that she actually felt only close to the instructor and wasn't even communicating one-on-one with that instructor, which was new to me. And then again, when I asked her why that was so important, feeling close, because then she said, well, she needs to feel safe because it was a very difficult topic, and in order to actually get this knowledge in, she needed to feel safe, like a partner that is besides her and leading her through the course. So these insights I wouldn't have had if I wouldn't have asked why, and what do you mean? And being kind of an alien. And last but not least, dance with your user. Less you know what you want to hear, the more you're able to dance with them and dig deeper into their story, into their lives, into their problems. User research to me is not about facts so much, it's about inspiration for innovation, and you want to dig deep for real needs, for real problems, and opportunity to create then real solutions and create true value for your users. Okay, fantastic. Now we want to go into the 4 columns. So column number 1 is the introduction part. Really think about like 3 to 5 things you want to say to make your user gain trust, feel comfortable, and really, really open up. So for example, say your name and the name of the project, give some facts that are relevant to the user. Don't bore them with too many facts. Interesting and very importantly is always what happens to the data, what happens to the things that the user tells you. Is it going to be used internally or externally? So this is what they need to know. And really tell your user in front of you why he or she is so valuable to the project, and that honesty is key, and kind of say, please help, we have no clue. Then they open up. And secondly, the core step, the question of the question, simply ask for the best and worst experience considering your topic or challenge. By the way, I won't go into detail about challenge framing here. If you want a session on that, please comment in the section below. For example, I asked, so what is your best online course experience or your worst online course experience? Both also after each other is super neat because you get a story that sticks, probably emotionally charged, and all you have to do is dig deeper by asking why, be specific, can you elaborate on that further? Some people remember good things best, most people remember bad things best, so you might want to start off with a bad thing and then ask for the good experience. Use both, or have one and then if nothing comes out of the mouth of your user, have another one up your sleeve. Why asking for experiences? Well, you can just try it out or think about it. Like, what kind of answers would pop into your head if I'd ask, what was your best online course? Or what was your worst online course? I could say, well, it was a course with a lady who was knowledgeable in XYZ and I've learned XYZ. Merely facts. Experiences open you up to a totally different level of insights, needs, emotions, and it is way more concrete. Third step is reserved to any other question that needs to be tackled or topic that needs to be tackled, topics that you're curious about. I honestly just love to stick to column number 2, but if you have, again, questions that needs to be asked, ask them here. I would not recommend to ask more than 3 because otherwise, again, you have this long list and you miss the chance to really go deeper. As an example, when we look at the online course experience, I could be curious about certification or pricing. Again, be careful to ask open-ended questions like, how would you describe the value of having some kind of certification at the end? Or if you would put a price tag on the course I just described to you, how much would it be and why? And finally, step number 4, thank you column. So I know this sounds redundant, but think about it first before you go into the interview because it just adds a lot of value to your user, and you might want to consider, what you say at the end of the interview. Are you gonna get the mail address to keep him or her in the loop? And do you have some kind of gift or voucher that you present at the end to exceed expectations and just to say thank you? So I hope the session on the questionnaire on 4 steps for preparing yourself to having a fantastic user interview is helpful. Let me know how you approach them in the comment section below, and check out my other videos on brainstorming and on innovation. Thank you so much for spending your time with me today. Keep up the good work. Honestly, real user engagement is so valuable to all of us, and see you next time. Bye-bye.